Did I make this public? I always forget, right? I don't know if I made it public in a second. Hey, everybody who is here. Give me a second. I don't know if I made it public. Obviously, I made it public. How are you guys doing? I'm feeling energetically tired. Who do we have with us today? I am doing a check-in. I can't see my chat. Can you guys see me? If you guys can see me, can you give me a thumbs up? I'm just going to wait for a few more people to join and see if I can get online. Hey, Jasmine, how are you? Thank you for your patience. Jasmine, Kimberly. Who else did I miss yesterday? Jasmine, Tara, and Kimberly. My apologies for yesterday. Hey, Sam. Hey, Jay. How are you? Hey, Donna Nicole. How are you? How are you guys doing? Hey, Tanya, Scorpio. Scorpio. My fellow Scorpios, are you guys feeling tired? I am feeling tired, like I'm floating. I literally feel like I can feel the energy vibrating through my body. Hey, Apple, how are you? I know I have been in hermit mode, and things have just been popping up. Vani, how are you, sweetie? How are you? Okay, so from my last intuitive class, remember how you guys were going to get the wands? Although I've been in hermit mode, I've been working on wands. I'm excited to show you guys. I'm not done yet, but just give me like a week or two and your wands will be finished. This is the wands I've been working on. It's not completely finished yet. Then it's going to get all of your stones on it and stuff. I don't know whose this is for. None of them are completely finished yet. Bruce made this one, but I think I'm going to bedazzle this one up. This is another one. I don't know who's going to get this one yet. This is Kelly's. I haven't started Kelly's yet. This one is just about almost done. I just got to install your point on the tip of this, and then I got to put something on the top of this one. But this is, and then I'll probably do something fancy here also. This was the gifts for the first group that took my Trust in Your Intuition class. So, and I don't know if I showed y'all this one. This one is also going to get like beads hanging off of it. Now, there's a purpose why I'm using copper. So everything is purposely done. Everything is purposely done. So I know I promised the wands. They're taking a little minute, but your wands are in. Oh, and I forgot to bring the other one. There's another beautiful one that is just encrusted with a whole bunch of crystals. There's probably over 100 pieces of crystals on there already. How are you guys doing? Has anybody been paying attention to the Netflix and the Amazon Prime titles? Tanya said, I'm so happy. I can't wait. Yeah. And all of the stones are also fully charged, y'all. Okay. So not only, and the copper just helps to magnify the power in the stones. So yeah, I'm super excited. They're coming out really, really beautiful. Okay. So, hey, Brittany, how are you, my love? I have been feeling super tired. I was speaking to Kim today. She was explaining to me about the, finding my way, about the energy in the atmosphere, especially with Pluto in my chart, because I am a Scorpio. And I don't know, did I miss that? Jay and Tanya, have you guys been feeling tired? I have been, okay, so Tanya said, yes, she's been feeling very tired. I'm sorry, Jay said she's been feeling tired. Do we have any other Scorpios? Have the Scorpios been feeling tired? Or if you have a lot of Pluto in your chart, have you been feeling tired? Just my impacts. Have you guys been feeling the energy coming in? And then we're also going to talk about, I guess they're going to come through and share some stuff. Because I was exhausted yesterday and almost went to sleep at 7:30. I'm telling you guys, I can feel it. Like, even right now, I literally feel like I can't explain it. Like, it feels like the energy's buzzing in my body, like I just feel like a vibration in my body. Oh, before I forget, I am doing a meditation for the solar eclipse on the 21st. So if you want to join, you guys can make sure you make your donation so you can receive the email. My meditations are the bomb, y'all. Not just because they're my meditations, but my meditations are purposely set up so we can exercise and utilize the energy in the collectives as well as the energy from the ancestors. Now, I am a certified Reiki energy healer, so I do use my skill set as a Reiki energy healer to administer the energy to everyone as we are doing the meditation. So if you have not taken the meditation and you would like to join, you can find that information. Oh, Jasmine, you can make a donation to my Cash App on my PayPal. And Jasmine, if you could put that up, that would be awesome. Okay. All right. So there is this show on Netflix called Game. I got to go back and find it. You guys need to watch this show. A few things. I'm going to make a few predictions. Is Trudy here? Somebody said, hey, Trudy. Did Trudy change her name and I know not of? Did I miss Trudy? Hey, Poetic. Hey, Heem. Okay, I'm going to go in Netflix and tell you guys the name of this movie. It's something Gamers or Mind Gamers. It's called Mind Gamers, if I'm not mistaken. Mind Gamers. You guys go check out Mind Gamers. I'm going to hold it up so you guys can get a screenshot. Mind Gamers. Okay. Very, very interesting movie. Very, very interesting movie. Okay. And then what's the other one that I looked at? And Remembry, I think is the other one. And it's Remembry. It's called Remembry. Okay. This is the next one that you guys need to take a look at. Okay. If you're trying to see exactly what's happening consciously and how it's being done on the collective, please pay attention to those two movies. They have a lot of details about that. Also, let's talk about what's going on in the collective and what you need to know from the astrological realm. All right. Venus is now in retrograde. And if somebody can let me know when Venus is going to come out of retrograde, that would be awesome. Heem said, super tired. Dream spa, out of control. Okay. All right. My visions game. Okay. Oh, I'm telling you, yeah, tap in. It's coming in. A lot of messages are coming in. I just received a copy of the last chapters of Enoch's. Wanted to know why Hebrew people banned it. Ooh, Jay, you have to share what you find, girl. Okay. Now, let's talk about what's going on right now. Just so you guys know, we are in full-fledged war. I think the last time I spoke to you guys, I told you guys to pay attention to the titles as they administer out these movies and the movie sequences, right? So you had maybe the last sequence, there was a lot of magical shows. There was a lot of shows telling you about maybe the crystals and, and the awakening of this feminine energy. They literally, if you go back and if you watch Dark Crystal is going to give you an understanding of the elders, okay? Because the elders they're wide awoke now. So Dark Crystal will give you a real good analogy of the elders and what's happening in the spiritual realm now, okay? So you guys should go check that out. Thank you, Poetic. Okay, perfect. So Venus is still in retrograde, right? Now, Venus is in retrograde in Gemini. So let's just think about this for a second. Venus is in retrograde in Gemini, if I'm not mistaken. Gemini rules communication. Mercury is also about to go retrograde, I believe, on the 18th or 19th, which is also Gemini's energy. Gemini's energy is all about thinking. Gemini rules the balance between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. Okay, so this is where that duality comes from. So this is going to be all about balancing. This is a season of refining things. Okay, so how this energy is moving right now, and what you need to be mindful of, is things of the past is going to be coming back up for you to fine tune. You will find people coming back again, as with retrograde energy, right? Now, the one thing you need to pay attention to, however, is the illusions, right? Because everything that glitters, I told you guys, is not gold. Sometimes it's just fucking gold glitter. And if you are not careful, you can take things that are meant to be lessons and throw them out, because you don't want to be bothered, because it's too painful. It's shit from the past, and you don't recognize that it's a lesson and a breakthrough. Or you can embrace things that you should not hold on to and think that is something new coming in. Okay, so you're going to have to pay attention to the illusions as we're moving through this energy, right? Now, we do not have the support of Venus right now, as far as all of that loving, harmonious energy, because Venus is in retrograde. All right, so you don't have that. Everyone is really right now thinking about self. Okay, everyone right now is going within and fine-tuning how things look based on their perception of a thing, how they think about a thing. Okay, now when we come into Cancer season, and I told you guys there was going to be very, very heavy energy harvesting, okay, come into Cancer season, which is right around the solar eclipse energy. Now, you got to pay attention to eclipse energy, because eclipse energy is going to usher in some type of major change. All right, so be mindful and be aware. The reason why we have this community is so you can prepare yourself not to fear anything, right? Now, how are you protected in the spiritual realm, or how does the spiritual realm protect you in this physical realm? It protects you by you being able to listen and discern, right? So listening in this Gemini season, especially with this retrograde going on, is going to be key. Listening to your spirit. Maybe if you're the person that's very passive, right? Okay, so let me. I'm moving ahead of myself. Let me just jump back for 1 second. Okay, this is the message I really want to get out. If I don't get anything out at all, okay. I gave you guys the dates a couple, maybe about a month and a half ago, about the Cancer energy. I gave you guys June 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Okay, those are major portals being open. There are major energy coming in. If you're an empath, you can already feel the energy. So that's a lot of energy coming in from Sagittarius. With that full moon in Sagittarius, which you can technically still feel it because it's still in the shadow, right? Then you still have the energy of Mercury going into retrograde. You can still feel the shadow. You can still feel the miscommunication, right? You can still feel that Venus is not really showing any love. But when Venus comes out of retrograde on the 25th, you need to grab this. Venus is not waking up with, oh, there's love and peace for everyone. No, Venus is waking up in her morning star state, which means she's waking up as a warrior, okay? Which means war is here, okay? Now, what does that mean, and how does that look, and how does that translate to you, okay? What you need to understand is now is the time where peace, love, and light, it exists, but you really, hey, Kimberly, but you really need to be able to put on, I want to say put on your armor, right? Hold up your sword, which means calling people out in their shit, which means calling your own stuff out in your shit, which means not getting caught up in the spin, because people are still spinning, right? And if you are not mindful of this, when the energy harvesting come around those dates, you will get caught up in that energy, okay? So Mercury coming out of retrograde into morning star energy is going to represent war. Y'all listen to what I'm saying, okay? Mercury in retrograde. Mercury comes out of retrograde on the 25th, okay? The solar eclipse is happening on the 21st. We're going into Cancer season around the 21st or someplace around there, okay? Be mindful of this energy. Cancer season represents feelings and emotions. I already explained to you guys, whoever controls you emotionally, right, controls how you move, controls what you do, controls what you think. They're basically your puppet master, okay? And if you do not understand that, you will be emotionally triggered in this season. And instead of triggering healing, where you can break out of some stuff, you'll be triggering a repeat of a cycle. Okay. My legs are closed. These vibrators of sexual vengeance. I'm telling you, you have to. And now, so let me even talk about that. Let me. Hey, Mona, let me talk about that, Jay. Let me talk about that, Jay. Okay, let me talk about that for a second. Okay, now I really want to say, like, if you practice any type of and I've been stressing this really for a couple of videos now. If you've been practicing any type of roots, black magic, obia, voodoo, mental magic, because mental magic is one most commonly used that people don't know that they use. Okay. You need to understand that this is just not the season for that. Okay. Hey, only, how are you? This is just not the season for that. So be mindful of that. Okay. If you were practicing anything on that lower vibrational, be mindful. This is not the season for that. Now, if you are like me and I like to suss out everything, right? Let me just say that there is certain energy that has been utilizing all of this trickery for a really long time. And you're starting to see that they're now on the run for some of the things that they've done. Okay. Anyone that has been practicing witchcraft in the reverse of what it was intended for, it is now a season where the ancestors are fucking pissed off and you will have to pay for everything that you've done. Okay. Now, I will go as far as saying that you can even lose children over some of the shit that you've done. Okay. All right. You reap what you saw, basically, is what's happening. Okay. So if you've taken away someone's free will to do XYZ, please be mindful that your free will, okay, or the free will that you've created can also be taken out. All right. All right. Jay said she saw it in the spiritual realm. They are not playing. So be mindful. This is really why you want to call people out on their shit, because you don't want to practice vengeance in this energy. All right. And I told y'all this already. I told y'all 2 weeks ago that the Grim Reaper is out, and I explained to you guys that the Grim Reaper energy that I saw was not attached to the Purge energy. The Grim Reaper energy that I saw was more attached to, and at the time I didn't see it because I called it that Friday, and then the protest and the riot started that Saturday. Okay, this energy is still here. Okay, this energy is still here. So you need to be mindful. This is why you need to practice discernment. So if your spirit is saying, don't go to the store, or go to the store on 14th instead of the one on 26th, be mindful. Okay. It's more important now than ever to pay attention to the hunches that you have, because they will literally save your life or literally introduce you to the next step of the phase that you need to walk into. Okay. Now, I want to say this, and I'm going to say this heavy. Okay. If you're about your business, first of all, let me just say, I'm going back to the original stance in which I created this channel for. Okay. I created this channel for empaths. I created this channel for people on their journey. I created this channel for people like me that knew that there was something going on. Maybe if you couldn't articulate it, explain it, and put it into words, you had a feeling that there was something going on. You had a feeling that there was something bigger than you. You had a feeling that you needed to seek to understand, not just others. It wasn't about others, but understanding yourself, understanding your purpose, understand why you feel things, understand why you see colors, understand why you hear voices, and you know you're not fucking crazy, right? So I created this community for people like me that is very sensitive to the spiritual world. I do not cater to mainstream. So if you are here for me to tell you what your man is doing, what your man is not doing, how he moving, how he not moving, you're on the wrong channel. Okay. But if you are here because you want to know where the energies are, and you want to know where you fit, you want to know where the fuckery is and how you can move and grow, you're in the right chat. You're in the right place. If you want to know how to expand yourself, you're in the right place. Okay. So I'm just saying this because this is not the season for you to be fake. Okay. So if you're coming to this channel for that, you are in the wrong place. I'm telling you right now, I will call you out on your shit. I will call everybody out on this shit. I call myself out on my shit too. Okay. So please know that. All right. Now, only, I want to say Kim sent me your, first of all, you were beautiful. I got to see. I don't know if y'all know. And I'm gonna see if I can upload it in the community. Can you share the link? Is there a link that you can share only because she had a message for star seeds and impacts. She had a message for star seeds and impacts, right? Now, one of the things that I want to say is the spiritual kit. Okay, thank you. The spiritual kit or your spiritual toolbox. All right. So now that I got the message out of the way for anyone that's been using magic, to manipulate other people, I do want to say that now. For those of you that are about your shit, and those of you that know that you have powers in the spiritual realm where you can use your magical powers, this is a time for you to do so. Whether that's candle magic, whether that's instant magic, whether that's calling on to the Kim told me only. It is, yeah. The first one is always the hardest. Whether it's calling onto the ancestors, whether it's manipulating energy, whether it's moving energy, whatever it is what you need to be tapping into in this season. Okay, it's going to be important for you to do that. The reason why it's going to be important for you to do that is because there's an even playing field right now for everybody. There's an even playing field for everyone, right? How this is going to work is, first of all, you have to know and you have to believe. If you don't know and if you don't believe, you're going to be stuck and you can wave, okay? You can waver, all right? This is not the time for wavering. There is going to be some things that you guys will see happening, right? I want you guys to pay attention to what's going on also. They keep alluding to things in the sky, right? Now, if you are an empath and if you were paying attention, they're telling you that we are not the only one in this dimension, in this galaxy. So you need to be mindful. I personally would like to say that they would, they're basically telling you that they're going to introduce us to another alien species. That's just my take on that. So, so please, be prepared for that because they're showing you that all over the TV screen. Okay. There's nothing that happens in the movies that is not part of the reality that they want to create for you. So you need to understand that that is not part of the truth. Okay. The law is that everything has to be revealed. It just does not say that it cannot be revealed in a fiction manner. Okay. So you need to understand that because everything is really based on your perception. That's the whole thing. So the same way that you can sit and create a script for a movie is the same way that you can sit and create a script for your life. Okay. So understand that. All right. Thank you, Jasmine. You guys need to check that out. I have not watched it because I wanted to come on live first. I don't want to that's my confirmation. Only I don't know if you do that, but the way I confirm things is I do my videos first and then I'll go back and watch another video just to confirm that we're hearing the same thing. But even on here, we hear the same thing anyway. So please. Hey, Kim, how are you? And only anytime you want to share, just, let us know or let me know. All right. So be mindful of that. Discernment is going to be key. I keep forgetting it. I think there's another movie I wanted to tell you guys about. Oh, I took notes. I did take notes. Another thing that they wanted me to tell you guys is that if any of you wonderful light beings are doing any type of sun, what do you call it? Sun gazing, right? If you're doing any type of sun gazing and you are getting any type of shapes and symbols, you want to try to at least jot the shapes and symbols down because those are literally unlocking codes within your DNA. Okay, so you want to be able to know that. Now, another thing that they're leading me to is to the polygons. Now, the polygons is something that we were taught in school, like the triangles, the hexagons, the octagons. So we were taught those shapes in school as basic geometric symbols. But what we were not taught in school is each of those symbols is a way to create. Okay, so those symbols are literally a way for you to create. They're vibrational portals in which you can create things. Okay, so depending on what you want to manifest, you can literally create that within a polygram. Okay, whether it is an 8-sided, whether it's 8-sided, whether it's 9-sided. Now, there's a reason why. There's 8 sides, and even an 8-sided polygon, which I think is an octagon, has a particular vibration, right? And a 9-sided polygon, which is a nonagon, also has a different vibration. So you're going to have to become familiar with these sacred geometrical symbols, okay? Because these are how we're unlocking things, all right? Now, they also came through and said each one of these shapes, they vibrate and they oscillate at a certain frequency. And if you can, it's kind of like, okay, you know how they have, and I don't know the name of this this scientist. There was a scientist that did he did like an experiment where he was talking to water. Okay, where he talked to the snowflake and said positive and kind words to one snowflake, and when he took a picture of it on the microscope, it had a beautiful, geometrical shape. And then the next snowflake, he said like a lot of negative things, and when he took a picture from under the microscope, it came out distorted, right? And he did the same thing to water. And I think to rice, so now the rice that he spoke to stayed healthy, right? The rice that he spoke negative things to became dark and black. You guys can Google it. It's literally on YouTube, right? So the reason why I'm telling you all of this, right, is because there is literally life and power in the tongue. And what they want you to know is that each vibration vibrates within a sacred geometrical symbol. And if you can start to begin to imagine and see that symbol, you can literally begin to create symbols and shit in your head, okay? Like, this shit is just, I'm telling y'all, like, the shit that's coming in, I don't know, like, I don't know what you guys have been getting, but if you're paying, this is why I want you guys to go back and watch Mind Gamers and Rememory, okay? Mind Gamers and Rememory, all right? So the shit is just, because each one of these freaking geometrical shape unlocks a certain frequency vibration, okay? Within each shape, now these are just notes that I took out of meditation, okay, as they were coming through. Within each one of these shapes, the same matter exists. Rememory, yes, thank you. Rememory, yep, that's it, on Netflix, okay? Within each one of these shapes, there's matters that, literally matter exists, which means that you create things, okay? You have the power to fucking literally create things out of these sacred geometrical symbols, okay? So, have any of you ever sun gazed and after you look and you close your eyes, like you're literally seeing symbols? Like, I started to write my symbols down, okay? No, not remembering, but rememory, okay? I'm starting to write my symbols down. Only here goes. Rememory. And then the other one was mind games. Mind gamers. Okay. Yeah. Check those two out. Okay. The next thing is, thank you, Sam. The next thing is, the one thing that you do need to know, however, they're saying is there's rules within each constructs of each sacred geometrical shapes, okay? There's rules within each constructs. Now, they haven't given me the rules yet, but as soon as because what I'm trying to do, y'all, is, now it's interesting how spirit takes you, right? Literally, what I'm trying to do is track back what they did not teach us in school about these fucking symbols, because they taught us these symbols in school. They taught us that there was an 8-sided polygon, which was an octagon, but they never really explained to us what a fucking octagon does and how that breaks down to us as physical, human beings as well as light beings. They never broke that down. Okay, now Even when you go into, where's my other notebook? Even when you go into, an octagon, right? An octagon is literally the infinity. That is the symbol of infinity. So the octagon symbol is the vibration of the infinity symbol, the number 8. But they don't really tell you that, right? Spirit told me to block my older brother on my phone, not for good. His energy is toxic, dark, and dense. I'm like, cool, done. That's how you got to move. That's how you got to move. That's how you got to move. The reason why I want you guys to get this is because the way that spirit is going to start to activate more things is through symbols. But if you don't know what the symbols represent, you won't even know that you're moving with this power. Right. So now every time that you see the infinity sign, or now every time you see the number 8, you can know that you're tapping into the power of the octagon. Right. And this is literally a fucking sacred geometrical symbol with 8 sides. OK, which represents infinity, which represents eternity, which represents renewal, which represents eternal life. Right. Which represents what? New beginnings. Right. So do y'all see this? No, thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. See, this is the thing. Even within the degrees, right? Because within each, now get this. Within each zodiac, there is a 30-degree transit, right? Now, you always got to take it. This is how I do it, and Angela, right? I always bring everything down to a single digit, because a single digit is going to give me the vibration of the thing, right? So even within the degrees, I'm still bringing it down to a single digit within, like, say, for example, if I have something 16 degrees within Scorpio, right? I'm going to correspond what the 16 reduces down to, the number 7, and then I'm going to go from there. So degrees does matter also in the placement too, because my mind works differently. The degrees does matter in the placement of your chart, especially when it comes to cusping things, right? So that does matter too. I am not a versed astrologist, so I don't know if that's a question only can answer. I just do it based on the occult aspects of things, where I am bringing everything down to a single digit. Yeah. Yeah. I bring everything down to a single digit, because if I bring everything down to a single digit, then I can get the vibration of that thing. Then I can get the sacred geometrical symbol. Because even when you start to understand the code of the universe, right? The universe has this, a law, which is the Fibonacci code, the pi, the code in which it goes, everything that's circle, right? Which is really completed of ones and zeros. Ones and zeros creates everything. I'm still learning. It's really, really vast. I wish I had Kim on here. But degrees does matter in astrology, okay? But in numerology, is something totally different, Angela. So in astrology, degrees does matter as far as a certain degree and a certain placement. And in numerology, everything translates down to a single digit, okay? And I am not vast in astrology to really get into degrees. I don't want to lie and give you misinformation. I know archetypes because that's what I study, but I don't know degrees. Okay. I'm learning though. Kim is teaching me, and can I just tell you, like, Kim, she's such a sweetheart. I do have, Kim has already prepared me. I do have, hey, Evelyn, I do have the astrology app, because Kim gifted that program to me. So I can go in and do that. I can go in, I can do your birth chart, I can do reports. So she have literally already gifted me that. I just have not went into to do any poking around or any studying. But I do have the software. I just got to learn it. That's all. I forgot what I was telling you guys. Sacred geometrical symbols. So it's important for you to, it's very complex. Yeah. I always feel like the shit is going over my head, but the way she breaks it down is interesting. And I'm gonna tell you, I show up with my chart when I speak to her, and she starts to go. I just show up with my chart. Okay, so my Uranus is in here. So what does that mean? You know? Yeah. So I show up with my chart. I just know. Yeah, I am lucky to. Oh, good to know. I am teaching a class with Kim coming up on the 12th, which I believe is Friday. Okay. At 2 p.m. We are going to be teaching from the archetype of Taurus and how this applies. No, it's Saturday, June 6th. Okay. On the archetype of Taurus and how this applies to you in real time, and how you can kind of maneuver to the energy. Okay. It is going to be, let me see what she put in the email. It is going to be via a $45 donation. Okay, so if you're interested in it, Jasmine, can you put Prophetess Kim's Cash App information, please, if you have that? So it is, wait. It is Friday, June 12th at 2 p.m., y'all. Friday, June 12th at 2 p.m., okay? It is a $45 donation, all right? We'll be going over the Taurus archetype energy, okay, through knowledge. Now, we will be talking about ancient wisdom as well as a tarot card. And one of the things that I like about Kim, and y'all know I don't really do church, although church is my background. I like the fact that she's able to tie in all theologies. Okay, so psychology, which she studied, theology, which she studied, and you know, the other one, the physiology, the other one. Okay, so if you're interested, make your donations. Jasmine is going to put her information there, and I will be teaching that class with her on Friday. Yeah, she's really good at breaking it down, and breaking it down where you guys can see also how that is playing out in the collective. So, and let me just tell y'all something. Remember when I did a video a couple of weeks back, and I told you guys about the insidious shit that was going down? Can I just say to you guys, like, the things that I'm finding out on the internet, like, it's really, because it's not in mainstream news what's going on, y'all. And I'm just saying, like, we are going through such a recompense right now. And I want to say the emperor has no clothes right now. Okay, only, I think a few, you and Kimberly came in late. Only, I think you are supposed to be getting a wand, right? Let me see. Let me go back to the wands. I think it's Ronnie, Kimberly. Yeah. Okay. So Ronnie, Kimberly, Trudy, Jasmine, Ashley, Nancy. You came on late, so you didn't get to see. I started the wands. Can you see, like, this one is crystal crusted too? Like, I got crystal. So I started the wands. That's one of them. This is another one. Bruce made this one, but I'm going to dress this up some more. Bruce made this one. This one needs to get the crystals on it, but this one is also, and then this one also. Yeah, so they're going to be fully charged also when you guys get them. So just bear with me. I am working on them. Just bear with me. Yes, you are supposed to get a wand. Just bear with me. So yeah, it's you, Angela. Yep, Angela. Nancy, Ashley, Jasmine, Kelly, Trudy, Veronica, Tanya, and Kimberly is on the list. So I'm working on them. Yeah, give me, yeah. Where do you go for charged gemstones? I do sell charged gemstones, Kim. And my gemstones, just so you guys know, my gemstones are charged with instructions from my ancestors. They're charged with the elements as well as stones from a Mayan temple in Mayan, Mexico when I visited. And depending on what you want, I also do a sound bath also over them. Okay. What did Jasmine say? I'm gonna wave mine all the time. Jasmine is funny. And let me just tell you guys now, each wand is really what do you call it? Tailored to your energy. So as I am prepping your wand, like I am making sure like I'm tapping into your energy. She said, yes, Angela, dancing in my chair. As well. Oh, what website? You know what, Kim? eBay, Amazon. That's where I go. eBay and Amazon. I can tell you, I just threw out the box. I just threw out the box. I literally just threw out the box in the garbage. I don't remember. I'm a post it in a chat, Kim. But I really, to be honest with you, I am not loyal to any one particular merchant. If I go on, Angela said, poof. If I go on and I like the crystals, I'm gonna get them because I cleanse them and I charge them. So I just go based on what I like. Okay. So yeah, I want yours. How can I get one from you? Just make a donation. If you want the one with the sound bath, they're $20. Email me, Kim, and I'll send you the list of what I have. I do have the tourmaline in also, Latasha. The tourmaline is in, and that is fully charged. Unless you also want to wait for it to get that solar eclipse energy. I would probably wait for you to get the solar eclipse energy, okay, Latasha, and then you can get it, because then it would have a lunar eclipse energy as well as the solar eclipse energy. So you got both the masculine and the feminine energy charged into the stone. So all of my stones are charged, and they are charged with the elementals. Okay. Yeah, they sit with the elementals. Okay. And if you were sensitive to power, you can literally feel the power in the crystals when you get them. Yep. Yep. So only. I think you got yours already. Yep. Put them out in the sun that day, and that's how you can get the charge from the solar. Okay. Or any other, or if you have any other instructions that come in from your spiritual guide on how you should charge them that day, you want to pay attention. Remember, okay, so let me just give y'all something, just 101, spirituality 101. Boom, boom, boom. Advanced spirituality 101, okay? There is no right and wrong to this here. Okay, there is no right or wrong to this here at all. The only thing that you need to do is make sure that you are tapping in. Okay, first of all, you need to have a pure heart. I'm just going to be real with you. Okay, don't go tapping into magic if you don't have a pure heart and you just want to control people. This is just not the time to do that. I'm telling you right now. Do not get into magic if you were just trying to control people and you were not coming with a pure heart. You will get fucked up and you probably might get taken out. I'm telling y'all right now, this is not the season to do that, okay? However, if you are practicing magic because you want to, let's say you're a healer and you want to, do good, and you want to be of service, okay? Or you just want to get to your roots and know, okay? Some of us, we just want to know, right? And it's not to hurt anybody, but we're knowledge seekers, okay? That's all good, right? But if you are coming with ill intention, it's not going to be beneficial. And a person, how do I put this? Your magic is only as powerful as your belief system. Hey, Chris, how are you? Your magic is only as powerful as how much you believe in it. Okay. That's it. If you don't believe that you have the power within you, or the forces around you don't have the power to help protect and execute things, your magic is not going to be worth nothing. Okay, you can sit and you can pray all day. It's the same thing with prayer, because prayer is a form of magic. That's a form of divination, right? So regardless of what the church system tells you, every time you pray, you are that's a divination. Okay, you're pulling something down from the ether. So be mindful of that. Be very mindful of that. So even when you pray, they tell you, if you pray and you believe not, you have not, right? So this is advanced, advanced spirituality 101 when it comes to magic. You're going to have to believe and come with a pure heart. Now, once you believe and you come with a pure heart, okay, Latasha. Once you believe and you come with a pure heart, it is fair game, honey. I suggest you get you a spell book. Okay, there is some rules that you need to know about when you're casting spells. Okay, now if you were taking my 13-week class, we will be talking about casting spells because we are using the 13 moon minder calendar system, which is a wave spell system. Okay, so you will know how to cast spells when we go into my 13-week class. For those of you that are taking the class, all right, you're going to learn that. All right, now, because there is a way to do it. All right, there is a way to coordinate your words. Your words does have power. All right, now oh yeah, because only yeah, so you'll know. Okay, so we'll talk about that. And then for the alumni that took the class before, if you are interested in still being a part of the new classes, email me, because I don't think I'm going to be doing it in the Facebook community. I might be doing them in a different platform. Email me so you can get the links. I already know Sam already emailed me, so email me so you can get the links to the new classes, because I'm going to be adding sacred geometry probably to these classes. Okay. Yep, Sam said yep. Yeah, we're going to be going in. Okay. So I'm giving you some tips here. You got to believe in what you're doing. You have to have a pure heart, right? And you're going to have to know how to cast your spells. Now, let me just give you a tip, although for those of you that are not taking the class. Spells have to do with your spelling, okay? So every time you say a word, or every time you write a word, or you spell something out, spelling, those are spells. Your words are spells, okay? So when you get into the class, I will teach you how to properly use your words, okay? Yep, it starts this weekend, all right? It starts this weekend. Yeah, and for those of you that are on here and I haven't sent out the email yet, you're going to need 2 journals. All right, so you need 2 journals, and that's just a quick giveaway, and we'll get into all of that on Saturday. But that's going to be required, 2 journals. All right, but yeah, so you're casting spells, so be mindful of that. Okay, if you want to get some type of inclination of how that works, you can get I don't have the book next to me. All the books are on the bed. There's a book called there's a book called The Miracle of Right Thought. I can't remember the name of the author. And I'm not even sure if it's still in print. But it's called The Miracle of Right Thought, right? Or you guys can get the book by Florence Shin called The Power of the Spoken Word. Okay, The Power of the Spoken Word. Now, if you can get past, if you're not super religious and you can get past that, and you can literally dive into what she's saying, you can gain a lot of information about your words and how they create. Thank you, Kimberly. Your words and how they create vibrations. Okay, now, so, and like I said, we'll be getting into that in the 13-week class. All right, now. The Mayans had a understanding of how, I want to say, vibration, time, and the universe worked, right? Everything has a season. If you can think about it, and Kim was talking to me about this too. Solomon. She was talking about Solomon, and he came to the understanding that everything was just bullshit, right? I have gotten to Miracles on Amazon. Okay, so only said it's on Amazon. It's called Miracle of Right Thought. Okay, the version I have comes with a yellow cover. I can't remember the name of the author, but it's a really, really good book. It's a really, really, really good book. Okay, and I don't have it next to me. Something I wanted to say, and I lost the train of thought. I lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was saying, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Oh, thank you. I knew I had notes. Okay, I knew I had notes. Okay. The goal for me coming on here today. Okay. Orison Sweet Maiden is the author. Okay, so only put in the name of the author in there, so you guys can definitely check that book out. It's a really good book. It just kind of clues you into your belief system and your psyche and stuff. Do I have any other books here that I could recommend? No, all the books are in the bed. No. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. And you can probably find this one on PDF. Basic Magic by Philip Cooper. Can you guys see this? I think I got this version on you might be able to find the PDF on hey Kelly Kels. You may be able to find the PDF online. I printed out the whole book, but I don't remember if I bought it and then printed out or if I got the PDF online and printed it out. I don't remember. Okay. This is just a good book if you are not familiar. The other book was The Power of the Spoken Word by Florence Shinn. The Power of the Spoken Word. And for those of you that see this book, the only thing about this book is I find that some of it is good information. See, when you're reading, I find that some of it is good information, and then some of it I feel like your spirit will let you know what you can toss out. Okay. But if you're beginning, in the beginning stages, this has a really good foundation of having you to do like a check and balance system. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome, Apple. Okay, so let me get out exactly what they were telling me, and then so one of the things that we're coming into, and if you guys have already not started to experience this, is that we're coming into a season where you guys might feel like you want to fast, so your appetite is changing with this new energy that's coming in. Another thing that I've been experiencing, like I said, is feeling extremely tired, having a nap maybe one or twice during the day. I don't usually nap during the daytime. I usually just, my days normally don't start until I'm laughing because Kelly Kells will tell you this. My days don't normally start like until 11. Like, noon is early for me. Noon is early. But I find that I am napping throughout the day for the past couple of days, a little bit more now. So if you feel you need to take the time out to rest, and you want to do so. Some people are going to find that a fasting type energy is now upon them. May it be like changing appetite. You don't feel like you want to eat such heavy foods. You may not want to eat meat. Apple said I'm the nap queen. For some of you may be having unsettled stomach. Okay. For some of you may be feeling a little nausea. Okay. Only said that's the life I'm creating. When noon is early. Oh no, Kelly be like, you know that like in corporate, this is like, half the day is gone, right? I'm like, oh, it's early. She's like, it's 12 noon, right? Yeah, so no, but I will say this only what you will find as you begin your journey doing your spiritual teaching and walk, right? You will find that your schedule changes. So there are times when noon is the schedule, and then there are times when I'm up at 7, so the energy kind of guides you as to where you land. The freedom comes in having the opportunity to set up your schedule where whenever spirit wants to do what it want to do, that you're available, so that I am grateful for. So if spirit wants to, you understand? So the joy comes from having the flexibility to begin working at midnight if you want to and sleep all day, so and just depending on what's going on, you may be up. You may be asleep at noon. So I've been wanting to nap during the day. I never usually do that. Yep, it's the energy, especially it's that energy in Pluto, Tanya, because Pluto is retrograde. So for us Scorpio, Pluto is retrograde, and Pluto is bringing a lot of transformation. So Tanya, I don't know if you got a chance to take a look at the month. If you guys have not taken a look at your monthlies, please do so. Okay, please do so. The monthlies, I really try to go into details because of the energy that we're coming into, and because I know that we're going into energy harvesting season. Okay, that's all right. So be mindful of that, Tanya. Take the naps if you need to. That's going to be necessary. Okay. Meditation is also going to be key. If I can't stress it enough, meditation is going to be key. There is going to be some type of stillness that's needed for the mind and the body. Okay. Whether you're doing that in chanting, whether you're doing that in prayer, whether you're doing that in sun gazing, using sacred geometrical symbols, whatever you're doing, there is going to be meditation required as you're going through this walk. And this is, let me tell you why the meditation is going to be needed. The meditation is going to be needed because I told you people are spinning, and I told you guys there's major heart chakra activation coming into Cancer season around the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd. Now, people are either going to be triggered by trauma, and I already told you guys I'm predicting something wonky going on with the celebrity, or the power ups. Okay, so we want to watch what's going on with the power ups around that time, because that's going to be an indication of to what type of energy they're trying to harvest. So please be mindful of that. Okay, so you want to be able to meditate at this time so you can see past the illusions, because remember, the illusions are going to come through the people that you love. Okay, the people that you love may try to get you caught up in their spin and energy. So you want to be mindful of that so you can see what's real versus what's an illusion. AKA, you want to pay attention to the fuck fight energy. Okay. All right. You want to be mindful of the fuck fight energy. All right. Sam said, I noticed I nod off at 2 p.m. at times. See, I'm telling you. At 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Like today, y'all don't know. Like once I jump on to like hang with you, the community, I get energy. But to get here, it's been tough for the couple past days. I'm not lying to y'all. Okay. Latasha said, definitely you've been wanting to change my yeah. So you need to be, go with it, Latasha. Go with the flow. Don't fight it. Kimberly said, I've been keeping my ego in check, Miss Good. Yeah. Kelly's been working on that too. Kelly, yep. And see, because remember, the information is just so you guys can be prepared. Okay, just so you guys can be prepared. So when we get into Cancer season and we get into Leo season, that's major heart chakra work going on. Okay, and if we have major heart chakra work going on, that means there's going to be major triggers going on. All right, so be prepared for more intense anger. Okay, because that's now what you guys need to understand, there is a lot of intentional anger being uprooted in the collective consciousness, right? And some of that anger that's being uprooted is definitely for healing to come in. All right, so now you guys know how I feel about healing, right? When you're healing something, you can't sweep things under the rug. So just like we can't sweep things under the rug in our personal lives when we're going through healing, we can't sweep things under the rug in the collective either. We're still going to have to deal with the trauma or the things from the past before we can move forward. You just can't sweep shit under the rug. It's not going to work like that. So as above, so below, right? A lot of the things that are happening right now in the collective is also playing out in your personal life if you're taking a look at it. But if you are not mindful and if you're not moving with discernment, you can miss what's happening and you can get caught up in the spin. Okay. Now, I can't tell anybody not to go out and not to protest, because everybody that's supposed to come onto alignment and wake up right now, a lot of people are coming into alignment and a lot of people are waking up. What I am saying to you is trust your discernment before you go out and you protest, okay? I keep saying everything that glitters is not gold. Sometimes it's just fucking gold glitter, okay? And people are also being baited. So this is why you want to just use discernment, which takes me into the next thing that they said is happening right now in this energy. They said that there's an awakening of an inner knowing happening, right? And within that inner knowing, people are creating boundaries, may it be personal boundaries or physical boundaries, just depending on the situation. There's also checks and balances in place. Okay, and I think somebody just said that they've been checking themselves. I think it was Kimberly that said that. So there's checks and balance in place right now internally, right? So you know how you can feel the bubbling up of your anger before you explode, right? You can literally feel the anger starting to bubble up before you explode, right? That's what we're talking about. So as you feel that anger bubbling up because you're talking to a fucking asshole and you know they're a fucking asshole, right? And you feel it bubbling up, right? And not only are they an asshole, you know that they are a fucking what you call that? Somebody that lie all the time. What's the word when somebody lies all the time? Y'all know what I mean. A habitually liar, where they just habitually lie, like they just can't, right? And you feel yourself getting angry. Why would you explode when you know your ass is dealing with an habitual liar, right? That always lie all of the fucking time. Why are you going to allow your anger to explode? Pathological. Thank you. Why are you going to allow your anger to explode and give that energy to that person when you know that motherfucking ass is lying? You know that ass is lying. Why? That's energy harvesting. Do y'all understand me? That's energy harvesting. Some people dwell on that fuck fight energy. So you got to be mindful and aware of that. This is not the season for that. It's not the season for that. Listen, this is not the season to debate. Even debating and even lying for no reason. Just because, and can I be honest with you? That is literally like an entity or a spirit this person has created that they have not taken the time to deal with and get rid of, right? Remember how I talk about you create entities and shit that you know not of, right? So please understand this. That's energy harvesting. Pay attention to that energy harvesting, that fuck fight energy, right? If you know their ass is like, okay, I see you. Once they have not stole your money where your bill's not being paid, like, and especially if they lying over some shit that you're supposed to do or help them with. Come on, y'all. Let that go. Let that go. Yeah, let that go. Yeah, let that go. And another thing I'm telling y'all right now. Don't call me and ask me for no advice, especially if you're calling and you're getting some free advice. Don't call me and ask me for no advice and you do not take my advice and you want to circle back to come unpack some shit and dump your shit because you done did some fuckery. I'm not with that. Don't do that in this season. I'm not yet. Boom. Evelyn, thank you. That's energy vampire, narcissist type. That's not even Gargamel shit. That's not even Gargamel shit. Not even Gargamel's going to do that. Not even Gargamel's going to do that. I can't even give that to Gargamel, y'all. No, that's a Catalina right there. That's a Catalina. That's what we're going to call that. That's the setup. If you want to know what Catalina is the setup. No, that's a Catalina. That's the setup, and we're not doing that. You were not going to set my ass up. No, we're not doing that. So you get no energy from me if you want to call and talk my ear off for an hour about your man that you know is cheating. We go through this shit every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. You know your man's cheating. Not the season for that. Not the season for that. What are you going to do about that? Not the season for that. I just, no. No. So, yeah. Sam says, my dad says, well, I don't know about that man. Most every time he asks for my advice, and I give my professional opinion. He said he don't know about that one. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Okay. People out here thinking they can. Yeah, hello. But Samantha Smith, not only do they want it's like, I don't even know if they want the therapy because a lot of people don't want to heal. A lot of people have become, what's the word? I don't even know if I had a word for it. Like there's a saying that says not everybody that says they want healing complacent. Thank you. Yeah. Not everybody that wants healing really wants to be healed. Some people enjoy the pain. Some people, yep, stagnant energy. Some people just enjoy you know. Now, I want to tell you something right now. If you were going through a hard time, you're going through a difficult time right now as we transit through this energy, the only thing you need to do is man your square, right? Man your square. You just need to, and when I say man your square, you man your space, okay? If there's an obstacle, because when you go through a transit in the zodiac, a square can be considered an obstacle, right? However, even in astrology, when you have a square or you have an obstacle, that is just for you to be able to grow or for you to expand. That means that there's a lesson that's needed there, right? So the only thing that you want to do in this season is man your own square. Right, that might sound a little selfish, you know, but if you're working on yourself and the person next to you is working on themselves and the person on the other end of you is working on themselves, eventually everybody heals, right? There's nothing that you can do for someone else outside of doing it for yourself first. So whether that's healing your insecurities, healing your heart, healing your whatever chakras there is, whatever that is, if you do that for yourself first, right, you then have something to share to another. Maybe encouragement, maybe a how-to step, right? But some people don't want to do that. Some people don't want to do that. Some people have become complacent with being the victims because it's easier to point at what you're not doing. It's easier to point of how you've hurt me. It's easier to point at all of your insecurities versus looking at myself. So collectively in the atmosphere, that's what's going on right now. People are having no choice but to look at themselves, okay? The emperor has no clothes. And we've been talking about this since last year, where all of this energy was going to happen if you were operating without integrity, if you were operating without, with a lot of fuckery. We talked about all of this was going to be coming down the pipeline. None of this is new, okay? Yep, they will drain you, Apple. They will absolutely drain you. Absolutely drain you. This is just not the time for that. You know, this is really the time for quiet. If you can get as quiet as possible, especially with the retrograde energy, if you can get, especially with the Mercury retrograde energy, because that rules communication. So, so Mercury's in retrograde from about the 18th and 19th of this month until maybe about the 20-something of July, right? With that being said, we're talking about the means of communications may be down for that period of time. If you're an empath, you're already feeling the shadow. You're already feeling, like for me, I was feeling my words being mumbled, and you're already feeling your technology slowing down, okay? So especially if you were Gemini, you can definitely feel like there's some lag in how you're communicating and how you're thinking, okay? So be mindful of that, all right? Any paperwork that you have going on, you want to try not to sign anything in the retrograde season, okay? Because you may have to redo something, all right? So try to do any legal matters before it goes into retrograde or after retrograde, or at least a shadow after retrograde, okay? So be mindful of that, all right? What else am I missing? I'm going to come back on here tomorrow. I am, because I feel like there's some shit I'm sharing and they're just not coming in. I don't have my other book next to me. Yeah. Kimberly said, I'm always facing document. And it's interesting, Kimberly, how I always say, Kimberly, be patient. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm always like, Kimberly, be patient. Right? Okay. Jasmine said, my phone and my laptop are going crazy now and my communication feels all jacked up. Yep, that's that Mercury. And because you're an empath, Jasmine, you're already experiencing the shadow, okay? So you're already experiencing the shadow energy. The shadow is going to be before and after the retrograde energy, okay? Yes, I'm going to be patient with a smile. You got it, you know, a lot of meditation. Really? Okay. All right, my lovelies. I am going to jump off now. I have to go work out. I need to put in some exercise so I can kind of help some of this energy to be dispelled. I will be back here tomorrow, however. I'm going to push myself to it. If you guys can take a look at those two movies that I talked about today, right? Rememory and Mind Gamers. And then we will get into that tomorrow, okay? Yeah, take a look at those movies if you can tonight, and we'll get into it tomorrow. Some interesting stuff. And I also want you guys to take a look at the playlist that they have on Netflix and tell me what you guys think about the playlist. All of the war movies that are on Netflix has nothing to do with a physical war on the face of the earth. All of the war movies has to do with, you know, stuff coming out of the sky. But I'm gonna tell y'all what came through about that stuff. All right, my channels. Okay, all right, my lovelies. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Do something kind for yourself. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Drink plenty of water. Okay. Bye, my lovelies.